'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, except for two normally wily twins by the names of Hitoshi and Izuku Aizawa, who were waiting up for their dad to return home from a very long and very tiring mission. But it wasn't just him they were waiting for. Oh, no, no, no. These twins were also waiting for someone else. You know, a dude in a suit, long white beard, says ho ho ho. Santa Claus. That's right. They were waiting for Santa Claus. But why Santa of all people? Well, let's let the twins delve into that story, shall we?
Hitoshi, do you really think Daddy's gonna get home on time? I mean, it's already past midnight. That means it's Christmas Day already. I know, Suzu, I know. But we just gotta believe, okay? Daddy'll be home soon. He promised. He promised, and he never breaks a promise. I know, Daddy's a good daddy. I just miss him. That's all. I miss him too, Zuzu. But we'll be okay. Dad'll be here soon. Yeah. And remember, if Daddy doesn't come home, then we can always ask Santa if he can go find him. I'm willing to bet that if anybody can find Daddy, it's Santa. Yeah, Santa knows everybody. He can go find Daddy. We just gotta be patient. Just a little longer. Atoshi, are you sleepy? Just a little. Maybe we should go night-night. Just for a little bit? No way, I'm a big boy. I can stay up if I want. Hitoshi, we're only 4. Hey, I'm 4.5. You're still 3. Toshi, we're both 4. We're twins. Yeah, well, I'm older. Only by a few minutes. Still, whatever.
The two huffed and went back to watching the window. Their cat Mochi came up to them and sat in between. The poor cat, so strung out with 2 unruly twins just waiting for their master to get home. But still, it wasn't all bad. The tall bird-like man had left only a few moments ago. And then he came back to sleep in the guest room. He was staying overnight in case if Aizawa wouldn't be back until the next morning. To get technical, it was the next morning. The twins were getting super restless. It was nearing 1 a.m., and still there was no sign of their dad or even Santa Claus. Soon, the doorknob wiggled. The boys jumped up and raced over to the door. They knew that they were not supposed to unlock it, not for anybody, or open the door or even answer unless if they heard a very familiar and distinctive voice, or if they heard a very secret knock. There was no knock. They didn't even hear a voice. It was quiet. The two raced into the kitchen and dove behind the island, peering around it, watching and waiting. Suddenly a big, tall, black figure stepped in. Mochi just went up and purred. The figure knelt down and scratched Mochi on the ears and they heard a very distinctive voice. "All right, you two, come on out. It's all right, I'm not mad."
Daddy!
They exclaimed happily.
You made it! You kept your promise!
"I did. Now keep it down. The neighbors are trying to sleep."
We're sorry, Daddy. Yeah, we're sorry. We didn't mean to make so much noise.
"And what are you two doing up this late?" "It's bedtime. Well past your bedtime. Now come on, let's go."
But Daddy, we were only waiting for you.
"For me? What for? You boys knew that I wouldn't be back until late in the night, or even well into the morning."
We were scared. Yeah, we wanted you to keep your promise.
"Oh, boys. You know I'm a man of my word. I will always come back to you."
We know, Daddy. We were being silly.
"Yes, you were, Suzu. Now come on. How about I make myself a little late dinner and you two have a little late night snack and then it's back to bed. Deal?"
Deal.
The two boys had one half of one cookie because one half for each was enough, while Aizawa just had some leftover steamed fish and rice that he had packed away. While they ate in comfortable silence and watched it as it snowed. It very rarely snowed where they lived, as they lived closer to the coast. But it was nice. Soon it was bedtime and the boys were tucked back in, all nice and cozy. Aizawa dropped a kiss on top of their heads and bid them good night. Mochi decided to stay in the boys' room that night to keep watch over things. Before Aizawa shut the door, he heard a little prayer from both boys.
Thank you, Santa, for bringing Daddy back home. Yeah, we're glad he's safe, and he kept his promise.
The two boys then fell to sleep, and Aizawa smiled behind his scarf. He gently closed the door behind him, and he headed off to bed himself, ready for a good night's rest. At least until the boys came barging into his room and jumped on him at approximately 7 a.m. He inwardly cursed, hoping he would be able to sleep in a little bit, and hoped that the boys would have slept in, but they were as rowdy and as rambunctious as they always were. Not that he minded it. Hisashi had gotten up early with the boys and had breakfast ready on the table for them. French toast, waffles, coffee. Saint of a man, he thought to himself. A saint of a man. Aizawa drank his coffee and had a nice little conversation with Hisashi as he drank his, and the boys ate their breakfast politely. After breakfast, it was time for presents, and the boys tore into them. They got all kinds of stuff. Board games that Aizawa and Hisashi grew up with, toys, some new clothes. But most importantly, when Aizawa and Hisashi both asked if they had gotten everything they wanted, both boys looked back and said,
Yeah, you made it home. You made it home safe. And Papa's here. You and Papa are here and we're all here together,
Zuzu said innocently. Aizawa raised his eyebrows, while Hisashi giggled behind his coffee mug. Who's Papa? Aizawa asked. The twin boys pointed to Hisashi, and Aizawa inwardly slapped himself. Of course, they would think of Hisashi as Papa. They were not together, but Hisashi had been helping him take care of the boys ever since their adoption. So of course it stood to reason that he would think of them as Papa. But still, Aizawa smiled nonetheless. The boys were right. They were all home, safe and sound, and that was all anyone could ask for Christmas. Not a bad little story for my first time back, and not bad for a Christmas tale. I hope you guys are having a very wonderful and a very merry, merry Christmas. And to answer the question if I'm back, the answer is I have a short that I posted yesterday. Today should be Christmas Day by the time I'm posting this. But I do have a short that I posted yesterday, and it'll explain everything. But in short, yes, I am back. And it's not bad. Not bad of a video for me being away for months on end. Anyways, guys, have a very, very Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy whatever holiday you do celebrate. And I hope it was a good one for you guys. If not, I'm so very sorry. And I hope it gets a little bit better for you each and every day. All right, guys, I will see you later. Mwah. Bye-bye.